And once again, we welcome everyone to the Adequan West Coast Dressage Festival, our first in this competition series of 6 CDI competitions throughout this calendar year. And we're just about ready to get underway with this evening's CDI competition. And seated around the arena, our ground jury for the beginning of the CDI classes. Our panel as follows. For the CDI Under 25 FEI Young Rider Grand Prix, seated at E for the United States, William Warren, FEI 4-star. From France, Bernard Morel, FEI 5-star. At C, from Denmark, FEI 5-star Leif Turnblad. At M, from Canada, FEI 4-star Lee Tubman. And from Great Britain, FEI 4-star Peter Storr. That is the ground jury, seated around the arena for this evening's CDI competition. And making their way towards the arena now is number 706. This is Anna Buffini and Wilton 11.
And hello again. Now under the lights, doing a Grand Prix 16 to 25 test. Unfortunately, only one rider. We need many more in that category, but it's Anna Buffini with Wilton. Anna, you've seen before today. She's a very nice, talented young rider.
And once again, for the CDI Under 25 FEI Young Rider Grand Prix, this is Anna Buffini and Wilton 11.
Okay, the lights are on. The sun is down. It's getting a little
16-year-old Dutch 16 3-hand brown gelding, owned and ridden by Anna Buffini from San Diego, California.
Okay, this test starts like any other test. You enter, you halt, you salute, and you come on the diagonal for an extension, with the transitions to count as a separate score, and I think that's important to know for those of you who write these kind of tests. So you have to remember what the transition looked like at M. This one was actually quite nice. Now you look at the extension. As a judge, you give a score for the extension, and now one for the transition, both at M and at K. And now you come down the center line. Now you have 4 half passes. Quarter line to quarter line, or 5 meters. At R, now transition to passage. And RI, a half volta in passage. Excuse me, I had a cough. Here the piaffe, straight down. And then again out of the piaffe you develop again the passage. Come all the way around, and then from S to F you go flying into a median trot. Now P, F to D. So you passage, passage, passage. You come here to F, and now you turn. You don't go to the short side. You go to D. Now at D, a piaffe. So different place, opposite the side from the Grand Prix. Then the transition again, DMV in the passage. and then VXR extended walk. So everything is turned around a little bit. You'll find that anytime something has to do with young riders or younger riders, the tests are getting a little trickier. I think people say, well, let the kids do it. Nice walk. Whoops, my screen kind of froze a little bit here. Then now to C collected walk. At C, pick up the canter, MXK extended canter, K collected canter flying change. So again here, lift, 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 a nice job, very nice, very solid, very solid. Throwing up some dirt there, and collection and flying change, good. You canter comfortably around here to P, and then here the half pass from P to X. Down center line, and similar to an earlier test, pirouette. At C, turn left. She's doing a nice job, very much under control. Nine changes every second stride. Seem to be very under control. Hey, my God, she's doing a nice ride. I hope some of you stayed with me here. This is worth watching. So now we come around, and we're going to do it from the other side, from V to X. A half pass. Very nice and quiet. Good job. And straighten. And just maintain this kind of engagement and collection. And just sit and rotate to the right. No hurry, no nothing. That's it. Takes lots of patience to ride a pirouette like that. MXK now 13 changes every stride. It's a funny count. 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. You're so used to it. So, see, she did the same thing. She did 15. Oh, it is 15 changes. I'm sorry. I misread. It's dark in here. I know it didn't make any sense. 13 changes, but. And now the transition here, DX to passage from L to X, X to PF. Yeah, I've been here too long. 13 changes. I'm crazy. Okay. Nice job. Good. 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 And let it open the door. Passage to G. Nice. And halt. Oops, there. No, not quite straight, but
for the final halt,
very nice
Anna
test.
Buffini and Wilton 11 in the Young Rider Grand Prix.
Very successful test, well written. My only wish is we had another half a dozen Annas with horses like that, so we'd be more competitive in that 16 to 25 range. Because this is where our Grand Prix riders eventually for teams come from. This is the breeding ground. So I see some judges are very quick with their scores. 71.8, 67.4. $68.2 on the side over there. So all the judges were quite impressed.
And marks now for Anna Buffini and Wilton 11 at E, 68.205%. At H, 68.718%. At C, 68.974%. At M, 67.
Have to look at because we don't.
Fitterprints 2 at 10-year-old Oldenburg Dark Fake Gelding
that often,
by
so
Fittertans out of Pamina, owned and ridden by Jory
I don't
DePel.
have remembered. Junior individual. Again, if it's junior, it's probably going to be a little complicated. They always are. Okay, here, now. Okay, entry's fine. Nice up transition. C track left. Medium trend. Very nice picture. Transition, a little bit more transition here at F. K to E, shoulder and right. A little tough to see in the dark. Okay, but well done. I can see it here on the monitor. A half circle. And half circle. Half pass. And at G, straighten. And track right. From R to S, the stretchy, kind of a stretchy, modified stretchy circle. That's kind of an FEI version of a stretched MXK. So coming out of the corner for the extension. There, nice. Look here. How pleasant. Okay, AF. And shoulder in left. Now the 2 half voltes again. Oops. Shoulder in on the long side here. From F to B. Now the half circles. Half pass. And right before C, the collected walk. So it's a little bit like in the St. George. There's 2 half pirouettes coming. Oops. Okay, a little tiny bit stuck. Okay. And now extended walk. Collected walk at B again. Okay, again, this the walk variations. Okay, and then out of the walk pirouette immediately to the canter. Again, she's done a fine job, and the horse is really behaving well under the lights. These horses don't have that much experience, especially this early in the year, to go under the lights. And there are some people in the VIP area, so there's a little bit of activity over there. Beautiful light through the trees. Nice extension. Counter, canter, and flying change. Now you show a simple change. Oops, and make sure you stay straight. There, maybe a tiny bit more bend around the inside leg than done half pass, but still. Okay. And here now extended canter. This is the judge's nightmare, because if anything happens right here, there's an extra score, this is a score, and this is a score. The 3 scores being given within just a very few seconds. Score for the extension, score for the counter canter. If anything happens going into the counter canter, trouble in River City. And nice hunt. Very nicely presented.
Jory DePel
Again,
and
too
Fitter
bad we have
Prince
only
2
one
in
rider.
the
We need
FEI
again
Junior
another half a dozen.
individual test.
We need more of these wonderful young people. We need them for our sport. 66, 65. Very nice, very controlled, no real mistakes.
I'd like to remind everyone that
Really
the
well
hospitality
done.
tent is
Well
open to
coached.
everybody. You're welcome to join us inside under the tent. And the bar is open inside as well as we make our way through this CDI competition evening here at the Adequan West Coast Dressage Festival. And final marks coming in now for Jory DePel and Fitter Prince 2 at E, 66.265%, at H, 64.353%, at C, 66.559%, at M, 66.706%. Arena now for the CDI 3-star Intermediate A test. Our single entry here is number 714, Cassie Cherry-Nolta and Hello Halle.
Again, unfortunately, only
This
one
10-year-old
rider.
Hanoverian Bay Mare is by Hocadell out of Donata, owned and ridden by Cassie Cherry-Nolta from Laguna Hills, California.
Well, I'm just looking at just a few of the comments, the few people that are still left watching. Come on, you're having a little bit of a treat tonight. It's a really nice evening. It's not quite as beastly cold even for us than it was last night. It's actually quite pleasant. Now we're going to this Intermediate A. It's not an easy test. I can tell you, and I'm not talking out of the school, that it's not very popular amongst the judges. At least some judges. And I'm talking internationally, not just national. But it's supposed to kind of bridge the gap between the small tour and the big tours to kind of have an intermediate tour. So let's see how it works. It's somewhat designed for some of the rest of the world. So again, we start here very routine. Most tests, unfortunately, start the same way with a halt and an extension. Transitions count. 3 half passes. Okay, now between H and S, transition to passage. And then SR, passage in a half circle. Then RMC, collect the trot. There. It's not so easy sometimes to get out of the passage. And now here, 7 to 10 steps. 7 to 10 steps of BF. A little 2 meter forward is fine. And now from S, X to P, extended walk. Oops. Here we have a little bit of a problem. It's a very cute little horse, but the walk is faulty. This is expensive. So because I'm sure the collected walk is not going to be much better. Yes, so both walks are a little unfortunate, but let's see if she can make up for it. Oops, and there she has a little bit of a backward reaction from the horse to develop a little bit of a piaffe. This is not easy. That's why this test is a little bit tricky. Okay, again, extended trot. A little bit conservative on the canter. Oops. Okay, we need a little bit more jump here. Okay, she made it around. It's not so easy when a horse that doesn't really want to volunteer it. So she did a nice job riding then. Now the changes here, every second stride, 7 of them. So here from D to V, the half pass to the left. Flying change. Between V and E. And then on the short diagonal, develop a pirouette. Yeah. Then M, the flying change. Collected canter. 7 changes each stride. Whoops. Whoopses are expensive. So that didn't work out well at all for her. That's too bad. Now down center line, D, collected trot. L, transition passage, and then passage all the way down to G. Well, like L the passage, then all the way down to G. Nice pair. A few issues.
Final halt and salute for Cassie Cherry Nolta and Hello Holly in the CDI 3-star Intermediate A test, presented by Rancho Estancia, Deborah and Robert Pulver. Big thanks to them for their generous support of our CDI 3-star competition. And we'll have scores for that combination here in just a few moments. And we come now to the first of our musical freestyle classes in the CDI 1-star Intermediate Freestyle. And that will bring to the arena number 701, Patty Mayer and Cato.
So we know the scores are going to be a little bit lower. We know that the lowest scores are coming from the walk. Yeah, I don't think anybody is going to be over 60 on that because okay, so this was the Inter A. At least gives you an opportunity to see it. You don't see it that often. I much rather see larger classes. We all know that in a large class, sometimes a 5th or 6th place ribbon is much more
Patty Mayer and Cato,
prized than a 1st place ribbon if you're the only
Cassie
one.
Cherry Nolta and Hello Holly at the arena once again. Number 701, Patty Mayer and Cato. The 12-year-old Dutch Bay Gelding by Johnson out of Ulrika Utopia, owned by the Bailiwick House and competed tonight by Patty Mayer from Santa Rosa Valley, California. Once again, this is the CDI 1-star Intermediate Freestyle, sponsored by El Ranchito Equine, Beverly Gepfer, and Kirk Martins. Marks now for Cassie Cherry Nolta and Hello Holly at E, 57.353, at H, 57.353, at C, 58.088, at M, 56.765, and at B, 55.147. Final mark for Cassie Cherry Nolta and Hello Holly in the CDI 3-star Intermediate A, 56.941%.
Okay, that's a proper score. But we've seen some really nice tests here earlier this morning. My God, the FEI Junior was fun to watch. So, great choice. The Junior was fun. The Young Rider was fun. So let's see what Patty Mayer has.
Freestyle, CDI 1-star, Patty Mayer and Cato. Your music is playing.
Now we have some fun. Now let's rock and roll a little bit and let's see what she does with the music. This is a freestyle without piaffe and passage. Otherwise, pretty much everything goes. So the music demanded a little something. She tried to interpret it. Well, she's having the same music, but it would have been nice if she tried to get some music to underscore the pirouettes, even though they're not so good. But the music should tell you that something is happening. This is an awful long canter to the same kind of music. Okay, it's clever that you was able to use the same music also for the walk. It's not so easy to find good walk music. The requirement is 20 meters of extended walk, 20 meters of collected. 21 meters is already too much. I'm kidding. Okay, now this goes against a little harmony and submission. Okay, that's quite nice. There. Yeah, this pair looks better actually from the back because you can't see the connection. And here the horse moves a little bit better, yes. That's too bad that she ran out of music. She was a little bit behind the music all along. She really should finish.
Patty Mayer and Cato just completing their CDI 1 star intermediate freestyle. Sponsored by El Ranchito Equine, Beverly Gepfer and Kirk Martins. And we move now to the final class of our competition day today here at the Adequan West Coast Dressage Festival. This is the CDIW Grand Prix Musical Freestyle, and two combinations up the center line tonight for this class. First to go is number 716 from San Diego, California, riding for the United States, Nick Wagman and Don John.
Yeah, so we're still watching Patty here in the replay. It's not so easy to find music. This music actually was a little bit big. And I think the camera work in the beginning was awfully long. It might have been nicer to interrupt it a little bit, but I don't know. It's not more than a double. But pretty much anything otherwise, piaffe, passage, transitions, any way you want them, left and right, criss and cross. You can really dance if you have the partner. Well, Patty has some different scores there, 60.
Scores now for Patty Mayer and Cato at E, 68.625, at H, 66.750, At C, 66.625. At M, 64.125. And at B, 69.125. Final mark for Patty Mayer and Cato in the CDI 1-star intermediate freestyle, 67.050%. Your music is playing.
Okay, this is now a CDIW Grand Prix Freestyle. So this could be a qualifying ride for the World Cup. Huh. Strange, I didn't see his hand come off the rein, but maybe that was just the angle. Okay, music is supportive. Okay. Good. Okay, the music dictated something's happening, so now the music said something's happening and there's an extension, so that's good. Again, the music should tell you what's going on. You should be able to close your eyes and roughly know what's going on in a freestyle. Okay, obviously the music seems to be composed for the horse, so the music is helpful. Just don't want to have too much of it. That's a little tricky for the walk. Okay, so far fairly straightforward test, but no increased degree of difficulty, which is so important nowadays. Okay, that's a little increased because you're showing the ones on a straight line on the center line. So single pirouettes, it's nice passage right now, and it works with the music. Just trying to do a little bit of a fan. Let's see how far he gets around. So it is a quarter pirouette in the piaffe, and it looks like it's coming to an end.
Nick Wagman and Don John for the Grand Prix musical freestyle.
Okay, the people here really seem to appreciate it, and I did too. But if you've seen enough freestyles, see, this was a fairly straightforward freestyle. He did everything that's required, but there was nothing in there that was super extraordinarily difficult, other than everything is difficult. But so a little bit more pizzazz,
And as we await scores for Nick Wagman and Don John, our
nice
final
job. And I
competitor
think
this
Nick did a
evening
fine job writing the test.
in the Grand Prix musical freestyle CDIW
And he
is Emily
definitely
Miles,
knows his
number
music, so he knew
718,
where to
with Quantum
transition.
Jazz. This 10-year-old Oldenburg 17 one-hand chestnut gelding, owned by Leslie Waterman, competed by Emily Miles from Paola, Kansas. Whether you're here with us in Temecula, California this evening, or joining us across the internet on our Facebook live stream, we hope you've been enjoying our competition here at the first in the series of this year's Adequan West Coast Dressage Festival. Our live stream featuring expert commentary with FEI 5-star retired judge Axel Steiner will conclude this evening, and we'll look forward to offering commentary at the upcoming shows in our series. And don't forget that you can catch all of the results from this week's competition here in Temecula, California, available online at horseshowoffice.com. All of our scoring coming from our electronic scribes and available for your viewing online at horseshowoffice.com. All of the results for our draws and schedule for the final day of competition are available for you there as well. Marks now for Nick Wagman and Don John at E 73.375, at H 70.50, at C 73.125, at M 78.750, and at B 71.750. Final score for Nick Wagman and Don John, 73.50%.
That's a very fine score. But I have no idea what the judge at M saw. 78. I wish it was a 78. But it wasn't.
For the Grand Prix Musical Freestyle, this is Emily Miles and Quantum Jazz. Your music is playing.
Not long ago, a World Cup was won with 78. See, here now. There, the music kind of tells you a little bit that the horse is pretty much stationary and piaffe, and now the music should give them feeling of movement. Oops. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. She got a little bit close to the rail. So again, here maybe the music could be a little bit more supportive. This horse is a little bit heavy on the front, so he needs a little bit help with the music to jump up a little bit. Make him look bigger than he is. Again, only a single pirouette. Yeah, just 9-2s, same requirement as in the test. So again, no increase in difficulty. Nice ride. I don't want to be picky, but Grand Prix Freestyle, especially when you're trying to go for a World Cup qualifier, you need to show off a little more. Yeah, I've seen some of the, even on tape, just some of the freestyles in Florida. They've been quite strong. The music here helps with that half pass here. That's a little more supportive. That's what I meant earlier. Make him look a little lighter. Yeah, it's a nice looking horse, but the walk is not his strong suit. Up, 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 up. It's just like in dancing. Up, shoulders back. to be careful to show a piaffe at a letter because it's so easy to see how much you advance. Okay, a freestyle should have a really, really exciting beginning and a really highlight to finish. People should be standing up and going wild. Nothing here, everybody's sitting down. Nice
Emily
horse,
Miles
nice rider.
and Quantum Jazz for the CDIW
really
Grand Prix Musical Freestyle.
World Cup qualifier. I hate to be, I don't want to be negative, but
And stick with us, everybody. We'll have our award ceremony for our CDI competition for the evening
riders take
coming
advantage
up in just
of
a
the
few
chance
minutes'
to have
time.
a freestyle and show something that's difficult. Nowadays, in the big freestyles, you seldom see on single pirouettes anymore. Most of them are double pirouettes and combinations. Combinations of the pirouette to something else. If you remember, even Stephen Peters coming out of his pirouette into the piaffe, doing something that people don't expect, to surprise. Have fun. Freestyle's supposed to be fun. Enjoyable to ride and enjoyable to watch. There, this was a nice pirouette, but you would like to see the horse be up more free, more explosive. But I don't want to finish really on a highlight. This was a fun show. I think we saw some very, very fine competition. Even today, when the classes were a little bit, a lot of national classes. Yesterday we had more FEI classes, but we saw some super rides. I'm very glad to see that that Nintendo was going so well. I mean, we really had some other really nice rides during the day that are worthwhile watching. So I hope that you out there in internet land enjoyed watching, spending a little time with us here in Southern California. And I hope that you tune in again for the next show. I'm not going to be the commentator, but I hope you tune in anyhow and watch the show. Enjoy the sport, because that's what we're doing.
Marks coming in now for Emily Miles
so here,
and
her
Quantum
scores.
Jazz.
Yes, 68. That's fine for a freestyle score. Is not very high. Again, nothing negative. What I want to say is, truly, for all of you, enjoy the sport.
And here they are at
trying to
at H
make this more popular. The show management is going out of their way
70.375 at M 68.
Give you the opportunity to see it,
and at B 70.375.
So let's support them.
Final
watch
score
them.
for Emily Miles and Quantum Jazz 68.900%.
Okay, I know I talked over the announcer again.
Okay.
Enjoy the sport, have fun, keep watching, keep riding, and I hope to see some of you either from sea or wherever. I'm going to be around. Have fun. Thank you very much for listening. Axel Steiner saying good night and goodbye.
And we welcome into the arena now your CDI awards presentations for the CDI Under 25 FEI